This NBA playoffs with FanDuel, you're not just watching the playoffs, you're a part of them.
Steve's got the phone, opens FanDuel, and he's going for threes.
Be a part of the action on FanDuel. All customers get a profit boost every NBA playoff game day. 21 plus and present in select states. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hello, welcome. This is Susan Lopresti, and you are listening to the Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul podcast. Thank you for joining me here today, as I am so grateful that you chose to spend your valuable time with me. And my hope is that I can add value to your day and to your wellness journey. The purpose of my podcast is to help midlife women learn to enjoy this wonderful time in our lives by staying happy, healthy, active, and productive for many years to come. And I'm really excited about this topic today because it's so relatable to where I am in my own life. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm going to give you the short version of Susan Lopresti today. Almost 2 years ago now, I lost my corporate job of 27 years due to a merger. And honestly, at first I was devastated and I was very fearful. I was given 14 months of severance pay for all my years of service. The truth of the matter is that I was never really happy at that job, as it did not align at all with who I am, what I like to do, and what I'm good at. But it was a very nice living that afforded me financial stability. Once the initial shock of being let go wore off and I got my first severance check, I decided to embrace this wonderful opportunity to stay home and get paid. At first, I thought about retiring early, but then I remembered hearing stories, time and time again, about someone who would retire, and not long after they retired, they would get sick and pass away. And I'm sure that you probably have heard this story as well. You know, I would remember people saying, gee, it's such a shame. He just retired after 45 years of working, and in less than a year, he was gone. I started thinking about why that was so common. Why did it happen so often? And I came to my own conclusion that without their work, many people may have felt that they lost their purpose and their reason for being. After considering this, I decided to hire a business coach because a few years prior to losing my job, I had gotten certified as a health coach, but I never did anything with it because I was busy working a full-time job. But now my job gave me the gift of time to actually pursue health coaching as a career, as a business, working for myself, helping women who are beginning to struggle with health challenges due to midlife and the typical ailments that start to arise due to aging. It wasn't until I joined that business coaching group that I first heard the concept of the word Ikigai. We got really into this concept in the business coaching group, and that's why I want to share with all of you here today. Let's really explore the concept of Ikigai. What exactly is Ikigai? Ikigai is a Japanese concept which literally translates to a reason for being. Iki in Japanese means life, and gai describes value or worth. Your ikigai is your life purpose or your bliss. It's what brings you joy and inspires you to get out of bed every day. And it lies at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you could get paid for. This concept brought me back to the stories I heard about people dying soon after they retired. And I started questioning if they had a daily purpose, would that have still led to their demise? That the reason, or partially the reason, why they're no longer here with us today? I did not want that to be me, so I committed to my Ikigai and my business coaching group, and I followed all the steps being taught to get my business off the ground. It was perfect for me because I always had a love for health and fitness and energy healing and meditation and yoga and other types of alternative healing modalities. And I decided to take that passion and make it into something that I could help other women to reclaim their health. I know how challenging it was for me when I was in perimenopause and menopause, and luckily for me, with the help of a functional medicine doctor to guide me, I was able to heal. And I wanted to share all that I had learned from my doctor and help other women to heal as well. And that became my own Ikigai. And it has been such a wonderful experience for me that I would have never had the opportunity to pursue if I had not lost my job. And I spoke about this a few episodes back about how sometimes when something happens to us, when it initially happens, we perceive it as a setback, but it can actually turn into a blessing in disguise and become an opportunity for something wonderful to happen to us in the future. And this is a perfect example of that. So, at the time that it was happening to me, I couldn't see it as an opportunity. But since then, I have learned to just have faith and know that something better will come along and it will be better than what I had before. Whenever you create a void in your life, something comes to fill that void with something new. And because of that void of me losing my job, I now have found my true purpose. My true purpose to help midlife women to navigate their midlife years from a different perspective other than just seeing it as a time in their life as getting older. To know that better health is an option and that there are many ways that we could turn our health around through, of course, diet and lifestyle changes, but also with gentleness for ourselves, faith, encouragement, and alternate healing modalities. That is the way we want midlife to look for us. And we could look at midlife as a great opportunity to cultivate our Ikigai. So there's 10 rules of Ikigai, and I'm going to list them here. Stay active. 2, don't retire. 3, take it slow. 4, get in shape. 5, live in the moment. 6, reconnect with nature. 7, smile. 8, surround yourself with good friends. 9, give thanks every day. And 10, follow your Ikigai. And many people may be saying, how do I know what my Ikigai is? I don't know. So let's look at that. Let's try and find our Ikigai. So the first thing that you want to think about is, what do you love to do? What did you enjoy doing as a child or in your early adult years? Do what you're good at. Do you know what your strengths and your skills are? Do something that the world needs. What and who inspires you? Do something you could get paid for, or do something that you love and don't get paid for it. It doesn't really matter as long as it's your Ikigai. Why is Ikigai important? Well, let's look at this. Japan is ranked second in the world for life expectancy, with women expected to live 88.09 years and men expected to live 81.91 years. While it's true that diet plays a role, many Japanese people believe Ikigai has a lot to do with their longevity and living a happy life. Apart from living a longer and a happier life, knowing your Ikigai can help you to design your ideal work lifestyle, create strong social connections, create healthy work balance, pursue your career dreams, enjoy your work. When you know your Ikigai and you understand its meaning, you are aligned with the work that you long to do and the work that the world needs you to do. I truly believe we should never ever retire. Even if what you are doing for free. Not every one of us in midlife needs money if we saved wisely. But that does not mean that we should just sit around and watch TV all day. We need a purpose. We need a reason to get out of bed in the morning and to shower and dress. Who wants to hang around in their pajamas all day? I know that's not my life. Ikigai is our motivation and our why, and I believe we could develop our Ikigai at any age of our life. Don't wait until you're retired. Start pursuing that passion in your life, regardless if you need money or not. If it brings you happiness and you enjoy it, that's all the reason you need. My tip for today is find your Ikigai and live a long and passionate life. Like I always say, good health is about so much more than just the food on your plate. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this episode and you think that it could help someone that you know, please share it with them. Also, if you would, be so kind as to leave a review. That would certainly help me to gain more visibility so that I may reach out to other women and help them as well. Until the next time, thank you.